Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about reflecting figures, and the objective is that by the end of this video, you should be able to reflect points or shapes over a line. We have a vocabulary word to learn, which is reflection in a line. Reflecting a line is just when you flip a shape over a line. Now I've got some instructions on how we're going to go about doing that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the line that we're going to reflect over. Then we're going to find the corner points of the shape we're given. We're going to count how far each of the points is away from the line. And then we're going to move those corner points the same distance to the other side of the line. And then connect our new points to make a reflection complete. And our final picture should look like a mirror image of the starting picture. So let's go ahead and take a look at an example. We're going to reflect the following shape in the x-axis. Now, here's our shape, and I've written a note to you. Remember to list your new points as A prime, B prime, and C prime. That little dash above the letters means prime, and that just means that's our new point after the transformation. Now, we've got A, B, and C, which make up a triangle, and we're going to reflect over the x-axis. So the first thing to do is highlight the fact that we're going to be drawing our points over the x-axis. And to do that, we just need to find out how far away each of these points is away from the x-axis. So if you look at the A first, we notice the A is 1, 2 away from the x-axis. So to find the reflection of that first point, we're going to go 2 on the opposite side. 1, 2. And I'm going to draw my new point and label it A prime. Let's go to B. B is 1 away from the x-axis, the line that we're reflecting over. So that means I'm going to go 1 to the opposite side and draw a new point. This is B prime. The last one is C. Notice C's on the x-axis. Well, I can't move it anywhere because, well, it's on the x-axis, so it stays right where it's at. Now all I have to do is connect my new points. Oh, forgot to label. This should be C prime. So again, we're going to connect our points, and what we end up with should be a mirror image of our original shape. Kind of hard to see on that one, but let's work another example maybe to get a better idea. So go ahead and try this one on your own, pausing the video and pressing play when you're ready to see the answer. We're going to reflect A, B, and C over the y-axis. Alright, so hopefully you went ahead and drew a line over the y-axis to emphasize that that is going to be our line we're reflecting over. Then we're just going to count how far each one of these points is away from the y-axis. So starting with A, we notice A is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the y-axis, which means we're going to go 4 to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a new point. This is A prime. Let's go to B. B is 1, 2 away, so we're going to go 1, 2 to the other side. This is B prime. And C. 1, 2 away, so we're going to go 1, 2 to the other side. C prime. Now we're going to connect our dots with some straight lines. And you'll notice that A prime, B prime, C prime is indeed a mirror image of A, B, C over the y-axis. Now let's take a look at reflecting the following shape in the line y equals x. This one's going to be a little bit different than the previous two problems because of this equation right here. Y equals x creates a line. Now, if you forgot what line it is, let me remind you real quick. We're looking at y equals mx plus b as the equations of our line. And since there's no number in front of x, that number is understood to be 1. So it's 1x plus your b. There's no b, so it's plus 0. Which means you plot 0 for your y-intercept. Now, your rise over run is going to be 1x over 1. So we're going to go up 1 to the right 1. Up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And down 1, left 1. So again, the whole point to me doing y equals mx plus b, comparing this equation to that equation, is so that I could draw my line that I'm going to reflect over. Now, if that's a little bit too much for you to remember at this point, all you need to know is that the line y equals x goes straight through all of the corners and through the origin, or through 0, 0. Now that we've drawn the line y equals x, we just need to find out how far each one of those points is away from that line, and we're going to start with A. Notice A is diagonally 1 away from the line. That means we're going to go 1 to the other side, and that's going to give us A prime. B, we're going to count diagonally the line. It's 1, 2 away. So we're going to go 1, 2 away on the other side. This is going to be B prime. C, a little bit harder to count. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 diagonally to find C prime. Now I'm going to erase my extra lines there and connect my dots. Oops, forgot the C. C prime 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to connect my dots, and that will give me my reflected figure. Notice it's been flipped over the line y equals positive x. Now you try, go and reflect the following shape in the line y equals negative x. To get you started, y equals positive x is a positive slope, so it goes up from left to right going this way. Y equals negative x is a negative slope going through the origin down this way through all the corner points. The reason for that again is because the y-intercept is 0, so we plotted 0 on our y-axis. And our rise over 1 is going to be negative 1 over 1, which is down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. When we connect those dots, we end up with our line of reflection. Again, go ahead and try to reflect those lines, or those points rather, on your own, and press pause. When you're ready to see the answer, please press play. I'm going to start with A right here. I count 1, 2, 3 to get to the line y equals negative x, which means I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the other side. There's my A prime. B is 1. Notice I'm going to count straight diagonally, 2 and a half. That one's a lot more tricky. You counted 2 and a half, so I'm going to go a half and then go 1, 2. And that's going to be B prime. And again, the reason I did that is because I went 1, 2 and a half. Anytime you have a half, do your half first on the other side. Makes it a lot easier. So 1, 2, and then a half. Then I went a half, 1, 2 to find my B. Now I can go ahead and find my C prime, which notice it is 1 away. So I'm going to go 1 away on the other side, giving me C prime. And then I connect my dots to find my reflected image. And there you go, we reflected ABC over the line y equals negative x. Got a couple more examples with different types of lines, and that's it. Alright, go ahead and try to reflect the lines, or rather the shape that you see in the line y equals negative 1. Now if you need a quick refresher, the line y equals negative 1 is the line that goes through negative 1 on the y-axis. So it's all the points where y is equal to negative 1, or this red line right here. Now, go ahead and pause the video, work it out, and press play when you're ready to see the answer. Starting with A, we notice A is 1, 2. You draw that out. 1, 2, 3, 4 away from our lines. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side to give us A prime. B is 1 away, so we're going to go 1 on the other side to give us B prime. And C is right on top of the line, so it stays there and becomes C prime. We connect our dots, and we get our reflected image. And in this case, we reflected over the line y equals negative 1. Alright, for our last example, we're going to take our triangle, or our shape, and we're going to reflect it in the line x equals 2. Now notice I've highlighted or underlined the x. That's because when you graph x equals 2, it has to go through the x-axis at 2, and it is every single point where the x values are 2. In other words, it's just a vertical line going up and down through 2 on the x-axis. So all we got to do now is, now that we have our line, is find out how far each one of our points is away from the line. Now A is 1 away, so we're going to go 1 on the other side, giving us A prime. B is 1, 2, 3 away, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 away on the other side. And C is 1, 2 away, so we're going to go 1, 2 on the other side. And this is B prime, and this is C prime. Now all we got to do is connect our dots, and we will have our reflected image over the line, or rather in the line, x equals 2.